Hello everyone. We are back. This is your channel. This is your homeboy. This is your expert. This is your mental health guru. And let's get right into it. We're gonna discuss mental health and maintaining your mental wellness. This is a very hot topic, and it's very necessary that we do a video on it. And yeah, if you're new on the channel, please subscribe, please hit that like button, and yeah, let's spread the word. Let's all make it alive. Let's make it all together. Let's kill this illness that wants to kill our head, that wants to kill us internally, and wants to kill our mindset. Let's fight the mental disorders. So today we're just gonna do and focus on mental health. We'll be focusing on mental health. I repeat, mental health. That's a cool word. It's a very delicate topic, but we're gonna break it down. Let's get into it. So what is mental health? Defining it, it goes as follows: striking a balance in all aspects of your life: social, physical, spiritual, economic, and mental. It's all about reaching a balance. It's all about finding that balance between these different aspects of your life. Most of the time, we struggle to balance all our aspects of life, balancing one side of our lives and balancing the other. We may fall into the trap of putting one foot more into the other side and neglecting the other side. Therefore, we end up losing balance. So, looking at the definition, it gives us a clear understanding that it's all about balancing. If you struggle with balancing your life, you will encounter problems. So mental health deals with balance. Balance is a typical word that contributes to our everyday life. When you walk as a toddler, as a child, you realize that you need balance. So balance is a very important aspect of our lives. It's a very important aspect to everyday life. So looking at the four spheres of life, that's your social life, your physical life, your spiritual life, your economic life, and that all weighs in on your mental health. But how can we solve or deal with these problems? Most oftentimes, a lot of people are institutionalized. Most people are depressed. Most people crash because the mind and the spirit and the other stuff is not balancing all together. So what do we need to do? We need to understand these topics. We have to understand these phenomena. So today we're just gonna break it down and make sure we really understand what is really happening in our head. At times you might tip the balance too much in one foot or one direction and have to find your footing again. Good thing is that your personal balance is unique, and your challenge will be to stay mentally healthy by keeping that balance. So remember that you have to maintain a balance. Remember, the key word today is balance. Mental health is just a balance, balancing your life, every aspect of your life. Then we move on how to keep that balance. How can one keep that balance? How do we maintain that balance? We have like 3 pointers or 3 bullets that can help us maintain and keep a balance. Number 1 is to build a healthy self-esteem. I repeat, to build a healthy self-esteem. What is a self-esteem? What is self-esteem? We usually hear this word more often. I remember when I was in university, we first dealt with this word in detail, and I got to understand a glimpse of it. But now I really realized I didn't understand it at all. So we really have to break it down and understand it. So self-esteem is belief and confidence in your own ability and value. So you have to understand that self-esteem has to do with confidence. You must be confident in your own ability, meaning that you have to identify your ability and your value. The second thing is that self-esteem is more than just seeing your good qualities. Rather, it is being able to see your abilities and weaknesses all together. So this sums up that you see your bad qualities and also your good qualities, which is negative and positive. So making that combination and coming to a realization where you are in harmony, where you are in peace with these two components makes life more easier. So accepting and dealing with your best negative sides and your positive sides, it makes you manage and to understand how you can best develop your self-esteem. The first thing that you must do is to accept that you are not your best, to accept that you have weaknesses, and it is being able to see all your abilities and weaknesses together. When you come to that realization, you realize that you are in harmony with yourself. So for example, you might not be the best piano player, well enough to be a star or a superstar, but that should not stop you from enjoying playing the piano. Assume I'm a piano player and I'm not the best in the world, but that shouldn't stop me from enjoying playing the piano. Remember, life is not a competition. It's just the journey that we all have to live out, finding our purpose. So step number 2, how to keep that balance. Take action. I repeat, take action. Build your confidence. Build your confidence. Most people are not confident, but this is something that we are not born with. It's something that you have to develop over time. And when you develop your confidence, it's a process. It might take forever, it might take a year, but eventually you'll get it. So when you build your confidence, take a good look at your good points. So this is, I would draw and separate the good points and the weak points. So let's start with the good points. What do you do best? Where are your skills and interest areas? How would your friend describe you? Most of the time, you have to identify what you're good at. If it's soccer, if it's editing, it could be a skill that you developed or something that you're naturally born with. You have to get into that drawing board, do a self-introspection, search and analyze yourself, have some me time, and you get to realize what you're really good at and find out that skills that really interest you, something that you have an interest in. I mentioned an example of playing a piano. That could be another skill that you could develop. It could be math. Other people are good at math, other people are not, so but it's something that we are gifted individually. So you have to identify which area that you are gifted in, or the skills that you have interest in. And most of the time it's good to have feedback, because most people observe you. Our friends can tell us who we really are. Most people who spend time with us really know who we are. So you could ask your friend to describe you, and that's how you get to hear feedback from other people and not be biased on yourself or blowing your own horn. So looking at the weak points, remember we separate them into 2. We had good points and weak points. So we're done with the good points, we focus on the weak points now. What do you have difficulty doing? What do you struggle with? What things make you frustrated? If something makes you frustrated, it means clearly you're not good at it. Most of the time you will work hard and still struggle with it. What is it that you are struggling with? What is it that you have difficulty doing? So you realize that I'm struggling with a lot of things. Then therefore you get to realize that this is not my area, this is not my skill set. So you have to analyze and have a self-introspection and just sit down and think about what you really struggled doing. And in conclusion, once you make a list, take a look at all these things that you've made on your list. Remember that all of us have our positive and negative points. We let our strengths shine and build on our weak points. Everyone builds on their weak points. So this list will help you reflect. It will help you give perspective on what are your strengths and what are your weak points. So this will make you mature and grow. Thank you for your time, and we'll meet on the next episode. Please like and subscribe. Cheers.